Yo! Video games.
Rain.
Because the actor who played him was a total opposite, like mindset-wise. Like his goal was to try to make him as like believable as like possible.
Anyways.
He's a human toe.
Wow. I mean,
This is bad.
like that character was like the foundation of like so many other modern fathers in like TV shows. Like
It's almost one of those
Peter
things where
Griffin,
it's like,
Homer Simpson.
yeah, it's almost kind of one of those weird things where it's like, Beavis and Butthead. People don't get it. They're absolutely making fun of like Gen Xers, but Gen Xers like looked up to them and they're like, we made them the most idiotic people imaginable, and one of them's literally called Butthead, and you look up to
you
him.
look up to him.
When I was a kid, I did. Me and Manny. Ugh, it's so sad.
Biff Tannen. Yeah, when did Biff Tannen become a role model? What?
Trump. Since he was like making fun of Trump and then he became Trump.
It's shocking.
Oh, damn.
I'm not enough of a boomer for this convo.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Welcome to the club.
Not everyone's old, I guess. That upsets me.
Be old, Chad. Old Chad.
The throw game is so weird because if you're holding block and you do forward with like LP, you throw them, right?
Yep.
So it's just like a natural 50-50 like right here. And
yeah.
can you hold back with that? And then someone gets throw? No, it has to be forward.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you prevent that?
You have to
Pressing down?
There's like that's the mix. I believe it's just down, or you don't block. Let me see. I'm gonna hold down and block. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna hold down. Oh, wait, I'm gonna hold down.
How do you get out of it?
There was supposed to be a way.
My question is like, I was letting go of block and I still couldn't. I was still getting thrown.
Yeah, Chad.
I was like, how the fuck do you prevent getting thrown on wake up? Like down 2 maybe?
I mean, usually down 1, but there was like I remember there was a way. Hold back to avoid throw.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So down back.
And that's where jab pressure comes in.
Yeah,
Okay.
or jab. There it is.
Gotcha.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. One forward this way.
Fuck me. Things only work in some angles with rain.
Yeah.
See? Cool. No, it has a different mind game.
Yep.
I don't think I was going back, whatever. I think I just got closer to who I was.
Okay. I was stuck. Mr. Brandon. God damn it. Okay, there we go. I'm getting old. Wow. Peggy.
Oh yeah,
Oh. Chat, for like besides cartoon crushes, like live action crushes, you guys heard mine. Live action like television crushes. That could be movies too. It was like Wednesday Addams when I was like growing up. Topanga. Whoa, Topanga's a good one. Pink Ranger, Topanga.
That was Jennifer Love Hewitt. 100%. Not in TV shows, though.
Yeah. First Pink Ranger, yeah. First Pink Ranger for sure.
Jennifer Love Hewitt was like the fucking sex icon for all teenage boys in the 90s. Like, she was definitely numero uno.
Yeah, Topanga, I feel ya.
The chat's like, yup. Yup. He ain't lying.
You all saw mine. Coffee. Topanga, you must be young. Or old. China? Hey, that's mine. I like that answer. You know what? I love my muscle mommy. Buffy. Yeah, I never really watched Buffy. I mean, I watched the movie. I didn't really watch the show. Kelly from Saved by the Bell. That's a good answer. Oh my God. Rachel True from The Craft.
Are you back on Crushes, Kenny?
Yeah, because I asked the chat. I asked the chat this time. What was their live action crush? Like, you could talk about like cartoon crush, but like, so, oh my God, Soleil Moonfry, bro, you're old. It's okay because I know who that is.
Max's was I Dream.
Oh, Dina from Salute Your Shores. Oh, Dina was the raven-haired girl, right?
Oh, yes. Punky
I think she was
Brewster,
Latina. Was Latina? Oh boy, I don't know who she was. Big comfy couch. You know, surprising. There's a lot of people that have a crush on that clown waifu.
Clown waifu.
Yeah, in the kids show.
Yeah.
How about one of the purple girls from Doodle Bops?
What?
I don't know.
What the fuck's a doodle bop?
Some new thing.
No, it's not even you. It's like old.
I'm so lost.
Clowns.
Rain.
Can't just making words up. Doodle Bops. Yeah, was she purple or
Pizza not here yet?
pink? I think it was. I think that's what that dog
I
was.
only had one. I'm dying.
I think that's what that dog made crazy noises.
You have some weird ass pizza like jalapenos.
Kenny, that's the one Kenny wanted.
I'll share it with Max.
Pepperoni.
The chat kind of turned me around on it.
Mechanics. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm coming. I'm coming. What about the ladies? Ladies, what were your live action? All three of y'all.
Heartthrobs.
Yeah, what were the
All three of y'all.
All three of y'all in chat. All the three ladies. What were the male heartthrobs?
You know what? I think if you're a gay man and you had a male heartthrob, you should speak up too.
I concur.
Fuck.
Enrique Iglesias.
Eric Matthews. I don't know who that is.
I think it's from Boy Meets World.
I gotta show the piece of thing.
Mario Lopez, Genuine. Yeah, Genuine's a good one. Carson Daly. There we go. Yeah, Chad, we want to hear.
That's a
from
cap
the
on
ladies.
face next to it.
What? Carson Daly?
Yes.
Oh, Carson Daly was like a hunk. He was on MTV everywhere.
What did I say? Like, I was like, what happened to that guy?
was
Someone's like, oh,
1085.
he's running X Factor or X Boys.
Green Ranger? That's a fucking great answer, bro. Green answer is like the right answer. Whether you're like a woman or gay, yeah.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh.
I remember being in elementary school, and I remember
Yes.
many of the girls
Uncle Jesse.
had a heartthrob for
As a gay man,
JTT.
Green Ranger. Yeah. Yeah,
Who did I think it was Element?
Marilyn Manson.
I don't know.
I love it. I like hearing that. Chat.
I remember
I like
JTT
hearing
being a
like
thing.
the humps, right? We're talking about all these like sexy ladies, but let's see, you know, give it up for all the men's. Tommy, yeah. Santa Olive Menudo, Fabio, John Stamos. I didn't see a lot of John Stamos. Steve Urkel, like loving the nerds.
That's
Stefan became Stefan.
a troll.
Steve Urkel's huge. Zach Morris.
It was, but nobody was like nobody was a heart.
Zach Morris. Women will like a funny guy. Zach Morris is a good one, man. He was just like Ken Masters, like this pretty boy. Dude, everyone likes Steve Irwin. I like Steve Irwin. I love Steve Irwin. He's a national treasure.
Bro, Steve,
AC Slater.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not gay or anything, but isn't Steve Irwin kind of like husband goals
Yes.
for you
Human. Just
for you ladies and gay men out there?
for your three ladies in the chat.
For your 3 ladies in the chat, because
Bill Nye. I'd like to say the chat's like out of 10,000, we probably have like maybe 50 women in the chat. Or probably like a few thousand. You know? Yeah, 9,000. I believe there's about 50 women in the chat.
I'm a straight man and Steve is husband goals.
Yeah. Of course.
Optimistic.
Yeah. Kenny's being generous. Yeah, Kenny's being generous. Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I'm straight and very taken and very happily taken. So yeah, off the table.
Michael Jackson, man. Michael Jackson, like when he was like during the 80s and 90s, like the bad era. And just the eyeshadow. I ain't afraid. Bro. Michael Jackson in the bad era? Tim Daly? Don Knotts.
Okay, because I wasn't really paying attention at the time when it was
Prince.
happening. Kenny,
Yo.
how much of a heartthrob was MJ in the 80s? Like Titanic levels?
Jesus Christ.
Heartthrob?
Bigger than anything.
Because I know everyone loved his music and everyone
Yes.
listened to his music, but like as far as just like,
Oh.
I just want to have like posters of him
Dude,
all over my wall.
it
Was he
was
like I was
like
too
Michael
not
Jackson-
not there and focused on
Yeah,
it.
dude, Michael Jackson could do a concert and just do this for 15 minutes, and women and men are fainting, bro. Like paramedics are getting called, women are fainting
Right.
all over the fucking place. Like he would just come out and be like, and fucking women, it was fucking crying, fainting.
So what I want to
Like,
know
it was insane.
from the women and gay men,
Yeah.
who of the 80s in their prime was the hottest hunk of music?
It was
You got
him and Prince.
MJ, Prince, David Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
Of those
I didn't see the
pop-
video on Twitter. I lived it, bro. I was around in the 80s and when Michael.
I mean, I was there, but I wasn't.
Yeah. Ooh,
I wasn't
Rick
paying
James,
attention. I was in a very conservative household.
Yeah, not me. I got to watch that. Yeah, I'd say like
Prince was a little.
Prince was like on another level. But you know what's funny though? Who was above Prince and like he hated it was Rick James. Rick James was crushing Prince. Like you should see. There's like a channel now where this guy who's in the Rick James like band and like would just talk about stories and like Rick James. Like you saw what you saw in like Dave Chappelle, but like
Rick James hated Prince.
yes, they were kind of rivals. Even though Rick James put Prince on, he let Prince open for him, and but it was crazy because like Prince later on was more like, and then they didn't like each other because Prince was getting played all the time on MTV, and they wouldn't play Rick James on MTV. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? Like fucking playing Prince and like yeah. So like Rick James kind of got salty, but all due respect, he absolutely should have gotten salty because they were playing all Prince and not his music. And but like
Blouse.
yeah, and they're saying like Prince parties, he would throw all these like bougie, you know, parties and stuff like that, and then Rick James would throw these fucking ratchet parties with like just ratchetness, like sexiest women going crazy, and then Prince would come down and be like, "What the fuck?" And his parties would be like people sitting in weird chairs, drinking champagne and all bougie, and Rick James would be throwing the fucking dank, sexy, ratchet parties, and Prince would be like, "What the fuck, bro?" Yeah. And like,
Classy.
yeah, Prince parties were all like, you know, yeah. It's almost like the Dave Chappelle story, yeah, like Rick James was no fucking joke. Which party would I go to? I'm gonna get ratchet.
She's alright.
Yeah.
She's alright.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, no, like around the time it was I think it was just Michael. It was I'm trying to think like the other heartthrobs. You know, it was funny, it's George Michael, but you know, nobody knew that George Michael was, you know, a lot of them, like too, even Boy George in the early 80s, very much a female heartthrob, but they were all like, yeah. Yeah.
Pure mood.
Slash, Menudo. I mean, then them in 80s rock.
Oh, Kenny could definitely name more than one Prince song. I can name more than one Prince
Oh, yeah.
song. I can name a couple Prince songs.
Yeah.
Rick James songs? No. I'm sure I've heard him.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm aware of the song. I just don't know it's Rick James.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded, that's what I think. Billy Idol, yeah. Give it to me, baby. Depeche Mode. Stand up and do it again. the Michael Jackson pose, right? Super Freak, Mary Jane. Yeah. Steven Tyler, like in the 80s. Yeah, and I just remember the magazines too, because you would just go like in the store and then see the magazines, and they would just have the teen heartthrob. Like that was the thing.
But I remember
That was a thing in the 80s and 90s. Teen heartthrob magazines that would show.
I don't know that they had MJ on the cover. He was just everywhere.
Kind of like
Not
here's
so
the
much
thing.
on like the teeny heartthrob stuff.
Not
'Cause
so much. But
I
like,
remember
the thing
like
is,
New Kids on the Block and
Yeah.
and
But the thing is, like he circumpassed those little teeny magazines.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like then it was just like stuff like that.
Little
FHM,
red
yeah.
coat.
Well, you know who was a big super in the 80s? LL Cool J. LL Cool J? Yeah, I remember my friend's sister had like a bunch of LL Cool J posters. Cause, yeah, he had the Kangol hat, the fucking gold chain, and just no shirt.
Yeah, MJ was on like MJ was just kind of like, I mean, call him the king of pop, and
Mm-hmm.
you could not be allowed to listen. Like you could be like in my household, and I'm like I still knew who he was, and I still like saw it
because you
everywhere.
couldn't help it. It was just everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Eddie Murphy. Yeah. No, it was super wild. Surrounded by New Kids. I remember New Kids on the Block. I remember being like, you know, that was like the first time of me hating, bro. Like, it's every girl was like loving New Kids on the Block. That's like, and now I understand why people hate. It's like, you know, I just remember you were being a kid and you started liking girls and all they want to talk about is New Kids on the Block. You're like, God damn it, man, fuck this shit, bro. I ain't New Kids on the Block. that was the birth of hating, and I see that's why.
That was the birth of
Yeah, it's
hating.
like, damn, bro. Now I know why.
That was your hating awakening.
Yeah, right.
Kenny's hating awakening. What was your hating?
Kill Kenny, go.
Do I go?
Go get it.
What?
Go get food.
Oh shit! Yeah, cool.
Hating Awakening?
Like when Kenny started to get jealous of like something where it's like New Kids on the Block, it's just like, oh god, I hate this. Like it's like something like pop or teeny bopper, and it's just like the first time you recall something being just like, oh god, like I do not like this at all.
That's a good question.
This, I do not like this.
Shit, I don't know. Like, actively like disliking something?
But usually most people say, oh, their little sister starts, they get really into like some boy band or whatever, right?
Yeah, I guess, you know, NSYNC and Backstreet
Yeah,
Boys.
and then like it just drives the older sibling crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I didn't like Harry Potter very much in general. Because it seems so much for kids. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to me to... Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember when I got my Player Haters Club badge. I don't know when I did get that.
Well, I mean, like when you're a kid, you don't like girly shows or whatever as a
Sure.
boy. You're just like whatever. That doesn't really count.
Well, I just didn't pay attention to them.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny. I ended up liking like things like the Backstreet Boys later on, but because they're kind of like bops. But, you know, not when that came out. What the fuck?
I remember, here's one of my earliest things. I remember, like, going, I do not like this. Wonder Years.
Really?
I remember being like,
Oh,
this
on
is...
Kenny's controls, no wonder.
I remember thinking, this is so boring. Like, that got me, like, I mean, I was a little, keep in mind, pretty little.
Yeah.
But I just remember watching and being like, this is so freaking boring. Like, oh, their problems are like everyday problems for everyday people. I'm like, I don't care about any of this.
What's wrong with that PlayStation? Hold on a second. This PlayStation.
Yeah, and like most people in my family did kind of liked it. Did like and would watch Wonder Years. I was just like, oh, this is so boring. Kid goes to school or whatever. Kid gets his first erection and he doesn't know what to do about it. That probably didn't happen, but...
That did not happen. I don't believe that was in the show. One sec, chat.
And I hated the narration. I don't know, for some reason that bugged the shit out of me. It would be like, show would happen, pause, character would stare dead, fucking Daniel Stern would then have to narrate what's going on, then it would continue. I don't know, it was weird. I hated it.